Now that you have your 3 body paragraphs, we're going to start working on our introduction and our conclusion. The first thing I want you to do is take a look at this graphic organizer. This is going to give you an idea of some different ways that you can start off your informational essay. You don't have to all be the same. You can add your own personal twist. These are just some ideas of what you can do. And the first part is you want to lead your reader to the facts. So a narrative lead is starting off with a short story. For example, Rodney Fox had almost run out of time. He needed to find a big fish, and he needed to find it soon. So you're putting your reader into the story of what's happening. The next type of lead is a scene painting lead. It's descriptive. It paints a picture for your reader to imagine. For example, sunlight shines through seawater into a coral reef. The reef is an underwater world of brilliant colors and strange shapes. So having a lead like that gets your mindset ready to learn about what life is like on the coral reef. And the third type of lead is one that's going to personalize the topic and speak straight to the reader. For example, yikes! Bugs look scary up close, but you don't need to worry. Most bugs are a danger only to other insects. They're the bugs that really bug other bugs. So you can see by these examples that we know what the writing is going to be about. In the first example, we know that it's going to be about someone needing to find a fish for some reason. That one looks like it's going to be more of a personal narrative type story. The second example, the scene painting lead, leads you to see that it could be a nonfiction type of writing as well, because it's painting the picture for you to go into that world of information. And for the third one, it looks like this one is going to be a narrative about different kinds of bugs. And you're going to learn in that piece of writing about bugs and possibly other insects. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my topic of Margaret Peterson Haddix. If you remember from last week, that's what I was doing my research on. And I'm going to do my lead. And I'm going to use that third type of lead, the personal connection one. So I may have told you before that I actually got a chance to meet her at a conference I went to not too long ago. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write my introduction from the point of view that I'm getting ready to meet her, and then I'll be able to tell you about her. So I can't believe this is finally happening. I am about to meet my favorite author of young adult books. And I'm very specific about that because not only do I have more than one favorite author, but also it gives the reader an idea of what kind of books she writes. So I don't have to come out and say she writes these kinds of books. I have put it right in there so the author's able to get that from context. I am going to say hello to her, tell her how much I enjoy her books, and get a personalized, autographed, some big words, copy of the latest book written by Margaret Peterson Haddix. And I'm going to put an exclamation mark there because that conveys just how excited I am about this happening. So I've taken a personal connection to this author, and that's going to lead me into talking about what I know about her, what I've learned about her. So then the first paragraph is about where she grew up. And so it's telling you a little bit more about her. So as the reader reads through the rest of my essay, you're going to learn where she grew up. You'll learn why she became a writer. And then you learn some of the books that she has written. So now I'm going to go to my conclusion. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to write here, introduction. And so now I'm going to work on my conclusion. And our conclusion, you want that to tie back around to where you started again. And so I'm going to I'm going to write, not only have I enjoyed reading books written by Margaret Peterson Haddix over the years, I've now learned that she isn't that different from me. She had a dream. So that's connecting back into the second paragraph where I talked about why she wanted to become a writer. She had a dream to become a writer, and through education and hard work, she made her dream come true. And I connected that to the first paragraph where I saw that she went into English at Miami University. I can tell you that she's a really nice person too. And that, again, connects you back to my introduction, where I say that I'm going to get to meet her and talk to her and get an autographed copy of her book. I now have the conclusion and the introduction, and I have my 3 body paragraphs. So what you're going to work on for the next couple days is writing your introduction and writing your conclusion. And after that, we're going to talk about transitions and putting it all together. Happy writing!